Since the launch of the B-Class in 2005, Mercedes sold more than 1.5 million units of that car. And the reason for that is easy to find, because that car is a typical Mercedes on one side, on the other side it's very practical. But now they present the brand new version. How it drives, what else it delivers, we're going to find out today. But before we hit the road, we have a closer look at the brand new design. With 1.80 m, the new B-Class is only 1 cm wider than its predecessor. The design of the front is dominated by the flat headlights, and because our car features the AMG line, the grille and the large air intakes. The base model only offers H7 headlamps. Our car features the so-called multi-beam LED headlamps with the new daytime running lights as double flares. The also optional full LED headlights would come a little cheaper. The now more clear lines at the side attract attention. Thanks to an increase in length of 26 mm to now 4.42 m and wheels between 16 and 19 inches, the new B-Class now looks much more modern than its predecessor. The rear now offers split taillights and the reflectors have moved into the bumper. The integrated tailpipe trims are looking good at the B-Class, but unfortunately they have no function. When the new B-Class hits the market, there are going to be 5 different engines available for the car. These are 2 petrol engines. They deliver either 136 or 163 horsepower, and there are 3 diesels, and they deliver a power range between 116 up to 190 horsepower. Very important, all of these cars are featuring double clutch transmissions with either 7-speed or with a big 2 diesels with 8-speed automatic. My B-Class is the B200D, which is a 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel engine, and that offers 110 kilowatt or 150 horsepower and 320 newton meters of maximum torque. And this is combined with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. So that car really features enough power to have a very comfortable drive, and the car is also accelerating quite well, even from low revs onwards. And I think this package really works absolutely well for the B-Class. Let's talk about the space in the car. Me as a tall driver, I really have to say I do sit very comfortably in the car. As you see, I have enough headspace left, even though the car is featuring a sunroof. And of course, this is the same for my co-pilot. Behind me is a bit of a lack of space, but my car does not feature the new rear seat adjustment system, which means you can normally adjust the rear seats up to 14 centimeters, which gives you extra legroom at the rear. But on the other hand, that means you will lose some boot space. But I think that's a very practical feature, because then you can sit quite comfortably at the second row, even though you may have a bigger or taller driver or co-pilot. The wheelbase, which grew by 3 centimeters to 2.73 meters, mostly benefits the passengers in the rear. Unfortunately, the rear bench, which can be moved up to 14 centimeters, is only available from the middle of 2019 onwards, and therefore not fitted in our test car. Compared to the new A-Class, the driver in the B-Class sits around 90 millimeters higher. Depending on the position of the adjustable rear seat bench, the new B-Class delivers between 455 up to 705 liters of boot capacity with the rear seats up. When you fold them down, that increases up to 1,540 liters. The combination out of the suspension, steering and the powertrain of the B-Class really works absolutely well for me. The car offers a lot of comfort, and this is something I absolutely like with the car. Of course, it features different drive modes, which are comfort is the mode we're driving at the moment, so the day-to-day drive mode, let's say that way. There is an eco mode as well, so that saves some fuel if you want, and there is a sports mode. But I think you really don't need the sports mode, because that, for me, doesn't fit the B-Class so well, because I think that's a car that you will drive comfortably, and this is, for me, absolutely of no need at all. What I really like with the steering is it's quite precise, but it's not nervous, so you can really completely relax while driving the car, and I think that really fits the car perfectly. Driving through the countryside with this tight turns here, you can instantly feel that you can really maneuver the car the way you want, quite precise and very easy and very comfortable. And on the other hand, what you instantly get to know is it is really quiet inside of the B-Class. With the new B-Class, you can choose between 3 different, let's say, levels of infotainment. The first one is featuring two 7-inch screens. The second one is featuring a 7 and a 10-inch screen. And the third one is the one we have, is the widescreen system that is featuring two more than 10-inch screens here at the front. And that is combined under one glass panel to an absolute widescreen, as you may already know from the A-Class or the GLE or other cars. And that really provides me with the information I want, the way I want. And very important is we do have a touchscreen now here, and that really gives me the opportunity to just work with the system quite easy and quick. On top, the new B-Class is featuring the new MBUX, the Mercedes-Benz user experience, and that really provides me with the opportunity to just talk to my car and to get all the information I want. And I do, of course, have live traffic information and everything you expect from a modern Mercedes-Benz on board. Now, driving into the dark is really nice because I can see the ambient light system, which is offering 64 different colors, and of course I can have a look at the new head-up display as well. What I really like with the B-Class is the steering wheel inside of the car, because that is thick enough to be well in your hand. It really gives you a very nice feeling of controlling the car, and of course it features the new control elements, so that gives me now the opportunity with these touch elements here to control either the cockpit or the center monitor the way I want, without even taking my hands away from the steering wheel. The materials and the craftsmanship of the Mercedes B-Class are really nice. We do find some very nice materials like leather, like glossy surfaces, and we do have some stuff that looks like a bit of carbon fiber as well. And the whole package that really is working very well together, and that really delivers you the look and feel of the car that you expect from a Mercedes-Benz. Of course, the new B-Class is featuring all the new driver assistance and safety systems of Mercedes-Benz, but about that we're going to talk in detail now with an expert.
As standard, we have in the B-Class an emergency brake assist that can get the car to a complete stop in case there's a pedestrian, for example, in this city crossing the street, and I am a distracted driver and do not notice this pedestrian. This car can warn me and also come to a complete stop to save the health of the pedestrian, so to speak. We obviously recommend the driver assistance package. This brings the functionality of the S-Class actually into the compact segment, in this case the B-Class. This adaptive cruise control system that we offer, our Distronic, does not only offer safe distance to the car ahead of you, it can also assist you in lane changes on the freeway, for example, but also acts on route-based actions like narrow curves, roundabouts, T-junction and so forth, where it adjusts the speed to a limit that you can comfortably just steer through that traffic incident, and you do not need to do any pedal work. However, the right-of-way rules you have to obey and watch out for those kind of traffic, but other than that, it gives you the maximum assistance that we offer in the S-Class now in the compact segment. As a safety function, we have the emergency traffic jam assist. So if the traffic in front of you is coming to a complete stop on a freeway on all three lanes, and as a distracted driver you do not notice or notice too late, the car can give you an assistance in coming to a complete stop in an ideal case, obviously, where it can mitigate those potential dangerous situations.
What I really like a lot with the new sat-nav of the B-Class is that car is featuring a live view while using the front camera when you come to a junction. And for instance, there are two small roads directly next to each other and you're not quite sure which one you should use. It then will show you with a live view which is your road, so the one you should take. The B-Class is a family car, and that means it should be practical, and so it offers a very nice glove box. On top we have some space here at the center console, and we do have enough space in the door panel, so that really is very practical.
The competitors of the B-Class are vehicles such as the Volkswagen Golf sports van or the BMW 2 Series Active Tourer. With a maximum boot capacity of 1,540 liters, the B-Class wins the comparison against the 1,510 of the Golf and the 1,520 liters of the BMW just barely. No prices have been yet communicated for the B-Class, but I assume that the upcoming entry-level B180 including automatic will be available for just over 30,000 euros like its predecessor. A 150 horsepower Golf sports van with a 7-speed DSG starts at around €30,000. With a base price of €31,500, the 2 Series Active Tourer with 140 horsepower and 7-speed automatic is reaching, as the Golf does, a similar level as the new Mercedes B180. The new B-Class can be ordered from 3rd December onwards.
That was my first test drive with the new Mercedes-Benz B-Class. And I have to be honest, what I didn't like so much with the predecessor was, on one hand, the look of the car, because to be really honest, it was a bit old-fashioned. On the other hand, what I don't like with the old one is the image of the car, because to be really honest, you're going to buy a B-Class if you can afford it and when you're retired. But that has completely changed. Have a look at it, and especially at that car here, because that is featuring the AMG line. It looks fresh and modern and even a bit sporty, I think. And then when you look into the interior, on one hand the car really is extremely comfortable. On the other hand, you do have all the modern driver assistance and safety systems on board, and you do have MBUX and this widescreen as well now. So that car really provides you with an environment which is very comfortable, very modern and fresh, and it works absolutely perfectly. So if you're looking for a car which is on one hand practical, on the other hand very modern and fresh, and if you may like to have the star on the hood, you should better take a closer look at the new B-Class.